Well, done and dusted. England team decimated by the Indian bowlers on the fourth day of the second cricket test match. India winning by 317 runs and squaring off the series 1-all. India is back in the series with this win. It was quite clear since yesterday, in fact, right from the moment Virat Kohli won the toss, that India had gained an upper edge, and now India finally defeating England, I beg your pardon, on the fourth day of the second test match. Joining me, Rohit Marchand yet again. Rohit, quite expected. I mean, you were saying that it will be wrapped up within 4 days. That happened. Looking back at this test match, it was the most important point in this test match. Brilliant innings of Rohit Sharma, or more than that?
Yeah, you could say that after winning the toss. You know what? Toss may not have been that important in this test match because the surface did not change much from day 1 to day 2 when England batted. So, but yes, once you get in and once you win the toss and bat first, if you get a score like 330, which they did, and so that's important, and that was caused largely by a fantastic innings by Rohit Sharma. So I think that was important, but then again, they bowled out England twice, once for 134. After that, it was only a matter of time. I think Ashwin's innings, his century in the second innings, was very pleasing, and he was delighted with it, having scored it on his home turf. But in the overall context of the match, it probably only elongated the contest. Maybe if he had been out for, say, lesser runs, 30, 40 runs, then England probably would have lost yesterday. His innings only prolonged England's agony. And so I would say that Rohit's innings was significant, and England didn't have the skills, and both as batsmen and bowlers, to be effective on this track. In this context, it's also important to see that England did have spinners, but they were expensive. Moeen Ali bowls some good wicket-taking deliveries, but he was also expensive. So once you are expensive on this kind of wicket, and once you can see 300 runs, 330 runs, then it's very difficult to come back from there. So overall, I think Rohit's innings was decisive, and the other point that stood out was that England's batsmen and bowlers also didn't have really the skills to make the best use of this wicket.
Also, I mean, there's been a lot of talk about the pitch. I mean, the condition of the pitch. The English commentators and experts, they have been, criticizing the BCCI for producing such a track. But it's the same track where India scored almost 600 in 2 innings, and England could muster just 250 odd runs. So that made the difference.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not sure if that criticism is unanimous. I think there are opinions of both shades. That maybe it was not really test material, this pitch. Some are saying that. Others are saying that, well, the wicket was the same for everybody. And they're also saying that when in, say, England, when there's a seaming wicket, then nobody complains that the ball is darting off the surface at right angles. Nobody complains that. That's one opinion, one school of thought which has been expressed even by independent observers and English observers. Or say the wicket in Perth, which is not really as bouncy as it used to be. But, and of course the stadium also has changed there. But right from day one, if the ball is actually going to come at your face with every ball and rear at you from maybe good lengths, how fair is that? And on this kind of wicket in Chennai, there's no actual danger to the batsman, no actual physical danger from the spinners. But in those wickets, the batsman could be in the danger of getting hurt. So those are, I think it's not been unanimous, the criticism.
And also in the context of the game, though there have been a lot of pluses from here, I mean, India winning, batsmen scoring, but what according to you were some of the misses and minor problems which India faced. Shubman Gill not able to score the runs, but of course the pitch conditions were such. But still, some negative points which you observed from this test match as far as India is
For
concerned.
India,
Yeah.
yeah, you could say that the expectations were very high
Right.
on Shubman. He failed in both innings. He's more like an Australian batsman
Right.
who loves to drive. And his drive on the offside is beautiful. His pull is fantastic. He shuffles more like Australian batsman
Right.
at the wicket, and so he's in a position to actually pull the ball well and drive it on the offside. So it's more like though he's grown up in India.
Right.
He probably wouldn't have felt very much at home on this kind of a track. But he'll learn. Then I think everybody got runs. Pujara got unlucky in the second innings.
It was a very
Poor
funny
Yeah.
incident, right?
Yeah. So he manages to find weird and unfortunate ways of getting out. He got to the crease, but he jammed the pad there and dropped it. Kuldeep Yadav, he got a couple of wickets in the end, but he didn't get too much
That's right.
bowling also. So I really won't count that as a negative for India. As we discussed a couple of days ago also. This wicket was not such a wicket that the wrist spinner with a huge rip and huge turn, that may not be very effective here. Here subtle differences in speed, angle and turn.
Right.
If you see Axar Patel's bowling, you'd find that he got a wicket or straighter deliveries also, balls that didn't turn.
Right.
And the batsman were expecting it to turn and it didn't turn. So maybe that was probably not the best wicket for Kuldeep Yadav to be back in the team for. But then nothing really negative after a huge win like this.
That's right.
I really cannot really think.
Okay. And if you were to choose the man of the match, would it be Rohit Sharma or Ashwin?
Well, they selected Ashwin.
No, I know that, but
I would agree with that decision.
Okay.
He
Right.
got 8 wickets. He got a century. He came close to becoming one of the very few all-rounders to take 10 wickets in a match and score a century. People like Imran Khan, Shakib, these people have done it, and Botham. And they are the top all-rounders of all time, Imran and Botham especially. Maybe not Shakib to that level, but to take 8 wickets and give a masterclass on both how to bowl on this wicket, how to bat on this wicket, I think it deserves the award that he got.
Okay, and right, and now looking ahead, both the team head towards Ahmedabad for a day-night test match. The last time India took part in a day-night match, it was disaster, 36 all out. So would it weigh on their mind, or they can carry on with this momentum which they've got from this victory? Extremely different bowling conditions there. Even the track would be a little different. So, I mean, should India be bothered about what happened to them in Adelaide in a day-night match, or they should be happy?
I think it will be playing at the back of their minds. That disaster, 36 all out. So England would fancy their chances actually. They have got James Anderson, who's one of the finest swing bowlers in the world. A ping ball in his hand in the evening session can be quite deadly. Same with Stuart Broad. So I think both teams will go with a stronger seam attack, pace attack in that match. England wouldn't have rested Anderson on such a track. They rested him here for this match. They wouldn't have done that in a day-night match, I think.
Is Jofra fit to play?
Sorry?
Archer, is he fit to play for next?
There's no news on that as yet. But he may not be a factor there.
Right.
I think the
It's
experience
more of
of
spin.
but the experience of both Broad and Anderson, and the ability to swing the ball maybe, I think it will be more valuable. Then again, for India also, we also have a good pace attack.
Right.
So Bumrah was rested for this match, rightly so. So he will come back, and I think we are in for a good contest. But seeing our record, we won matches at home. I think that was against Bangladesh, but against top class seam attack, swing attack, it will be a different challenge. And England would fancy their chances much more than of course they did there.
And also, will India have 3 pacer, 2 spinner attack, or do you think they'll continue with the 3 spin?
No, I think they won't take 3 spinners there.
Right.
As you see, the third spinner didn't bowl too much in this match as well. Maybe Kohli also figured out that maybe this was not a wicket on which Yadav will be very effective. And the others were bowling well, so Yadav didn't get to bowl too much. But there I expect them to use 2 spinners and maybe three pacers.
And 3 would mean Bumrah, Ishant, and Siraj, or someone else.
Yeah, that's a fair guess. I think that's a fair guess. I would actually go for these.
Because Siraj also does swing a ball a little.
Yeah. So I would actually go for these guys. And then you have Axar Patel, who's a good batsman as well.
Right,
so an all-rounder provides great depth to the team.
Right.
And Ashwin again has shown that he's right from Australia. He's shown right from Sydney. He's shown that he's in very good touch and mentally probably very confident and about batting as well.
Right.
So yes, 3 pacemen. Yes, I would expect that to happen.
Right. Thank you so much, Rohit. So there you have a big day for India, finally winning the second Test match, wrapping it up within inside of 4 days, squaring off the series 1-all. It's an all-important series of the World Test Cricket Championship. India are had to desperately win this to be back in contention now. The action shifts to Ahmedabad, the Motera Stadium, the refurbished Motera Stadium, which has now a capacity of about 1 lakh. That will be the host, will be the venue for the next 3rd Test match. It will be a day-night fixture, as Rohit mentioned. It will be an interesting battle, considering the fact that in Adelaide, when we played the last day and night match, we were bowled out for 36. Now it remains to be seen how India turns it around. They have the momentum through this victory, and now remains to be seen how they perform in that 3rd Test match. We'll keep on providing you all the cricketing updates on our website, tribuneindia.com, and also alerts from our social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you around on the 3rd Test match. Rohit Mahajan, as he's been promising us, he'll provide you post-day analysis throughout the series of all the 4 Test matches of this all-important series between India and England. Meanwhile, thanks for watching.